Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a 30-minute slow flow morning Vinyasa flow class to ease you into your day. So some nice gentle slow movement for your hips, your hamstrings and your spine to coax your body awake. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And begin your practice in a comfortable cross-legged seat. You can use a blanket or a cushion underneath your sit bones to help elevate your spine so you can sit comfortably tall. And if you can, allow your knees to drop below the height of your hips. You can rest your hands in your lap, on your thighs. Gently close the eyes. And with your eyes closed, take a gentle roll through your shoulders. Let the shoulders melt down away from your ears. And settling your gaze, your mind's eye, toward your third eye, in between the eyebrows, and in toward the center of your head. Tuning in to the soft tone of your breath. Sensing the air moving in and out through your nostrils. Settling the nervous system, gathering your attention. Notice your belly rising, falling with your breath. And breathe 5 more deep cycles of breath. Gradually lengthening, deepening the shape of your breath. Feeling that broadness in your back, the top of your inhale. Light engagement in the belly as you breathe out. As you feel yourself breathe out, nod your chin in toward your chest, eyes to the back of your eyelids. Gently blink the eyes open, lift your gaze, and release your fingertips down by your side. We'll just start with a stretch and twist through the arms. On your next breath in, raise your arms up overhead. Lift through your torso, tall through the low back, gaze up. And as you exhale, turn the palms out and gently lower the arms, rolling the wrists, spreading the fingers, waking up through the hands. And we'll do that once more as you breathe in, arms rise overhead. Exhale, roll the wrists, lower the arms. Breathing in, raise your arms now. We'll make our way into a twist. As you breathe out, right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind. We'll take 3 breaths here. Lengthen on your inhale, sitting into your sit bones. Exhale, gently twist. And see if you can direct your breath into the ribs so your breath touches each of your ribs and you can feel that space between your vertebrae as you breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale, release, eyes forward, hands by your side. Deep breath in, arms reach overhead. Gaze up to the tip of the thumbs and exhale, twist to your right fingertips behind you, left hand to your right knee. Just using your hands for support here rather than pulling yourself around. Just make sure your twist feels comfortable, easeful. Gaze falls out over your right shoulder. One more deep breath in. And exhale, face the front of your mat, unravel, walk your hands out over your legs and make your way into a tabletop position. Separating the hands shoulder width apart and placing the knees underneath your hips, hip distance apart, pushing down through your shins, tops of your feet so you feel grounded. And 3 rounds of cat and cow here, gently arching the spine, softening your belly toward the floor, lifting your gaze. Slow out breath draws your belly in and domes your spine. Inhale, arching your spine, widening your collarbones, lifting your gaze, rounding the spine as you breathe out. And one more round, just finding your own breath rhythm to support your movement. Gently opening up through the wrists, shoulders, the hips and spine. Make your way back to a neutral spine, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back and moving into downward facing dog. You might like to lengthen your stride about half a foot there. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, lightly spiral your heels out. So you have that inner spiral, travel all the way up your legs through the inner thighs, spreading your sit bones, creating a little bit more space in the low back. You might like to pedal out your heels here or even deeply bend the knees if you're feeling tight through the back of your legs. Any movement that feels good in your body. We're here for 2 more full breaths in and out. Bend the knees, look forward and walk yourself forward to the top edge of your mat. Step your feet to hip distance apart. Bend the knees deeply. Just take an easy forward fold over your legs. Nice comfortable and also safe forward fold for your lumbar spine is where your torso is touching your thighs. So even if you have your knees deeply bent here, the actions are that you are drawing up through your inner arches, trying to point the sit bones up toward the ceiling, and your weight is evenly distributed through all 4 corners of your feet. Your spine is gently tractioning here with the weight of your head. And keep a nice soft energy around the back of your neck so your neck can lengthen and relax. Releasing your hands to the floor to a dangle, arms heavy, bend the knees even more, and as you push down through your feet, roll up through your spine. There's no rush. As you unravel, reach the arms up overhead, send your gaze up, press your palms. Exhale, rest your hands to your heart center, toe heeling your feet together to stand at the top edge of your mat. Roll your shoulders up toward your ears, then back, shoulder blades slipping down your spine to relax your shoulders, tailbone lengthening toward your heels. And we'll start with 1 round of Surya namaskar A. Slow breath in, reach your arms overhead, gaze up to the tip of the thumbs. As you exhale, swan dive forward over your legs, hinging from the hips, deep bend in the knees, folding forward. On your breath in, slide your hands up toward your shins, find your flat back, extended spine. As you exhale, hands to the floor, step quietly back to your plank pose. Pushing into the hands, gaze is forward, abs and thighs engaged. Deep breath in. Exhale, chest comes forward, either knees, chest and chin to the floor to support yourself, or full push up to your belly. Keeping your hands by your ribs, fingers spread, gently peel up, cobra pose, bhujangasana, mild arch through the spine. And on your out breath, downward facing dog. Take a few moments to adjust, Find that optimal distance between the back of your hands and your toes. Perhaps a bend in the knees. Just feeling for extension through the back of your body in whatever shape that is for you. And just avoid your eyes scanning the room. Find a steady gaze. And we'll start to flow. Bring your toes together at the back edge of your mat. Raise your right leg up and back just to hip height as you breathe in. Take a core lunge in the air as you breathe out, smooth and steady. Right knee in toward your nose. Let your belly hollow. Inhale, down dog splits. Reach your right leg up. As you exhale, take a giant step forward into runner's lunge. Right foot up in between your hands. Reach back through your left heel. Keep your left leg lifted. And you might like to prop up onto your fingertips here, so you can feel open and bright across your chest with the collarbones fanning out. Take a little rock forward and back or return here, so we're just warming up. Long deep stretch through the front of your left hip flexors. And then either staying on your fingertips if you can, if not run your hands up your right leg and lift the hips and pulse to a pyramid variation, working towards straightening both legs. And just to keep your balance here, weight in your big toe mound of your right foot and your inner heel, and folding forward any amount over the midline of your right leg. Gently encouraging your left heel toward the floor. And return to your runner's lunge, bend your front knee, reach your heart forward, and then creep your fingertips off the front edge of your mat. We're going to make our way into a standing half splits. So weight into your right heel, gently tip forward and raise your left leg up to the height of your hips. Left knee and left toes point down toward the floor. Trying to find balance across your hips there. Extending through your spine. And then gently bend both knees so you can step forward, bringing your toes together. Bend the knees deeply, bring the weight back into your heels, reach your arms, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. So you can keep your gaze quite neutral there, down toward the floor, diagonally in front of you, or if it doesn't bother your neck, send the gaze up in between your hands. Arms stretched straight, they frame your ears, so you really feel a length and a lift from your waist all the way up to your armpits, armpits to the edge of your fingers. And take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, deep bend in the knees, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lifting your chest, rise up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step back through a Vinyasa, stepping back to plank pose, keep the gaze forward, legs strong, low push up to the floor. Cobra pose, uniform arch through your spine, ribs forward, exhale, downward facing dog. Step your toes together, second side, left leg rises as you breathe in. Take a slow core lunge in the air as you breathe out. Push into the hands, hug your belly in and up, dome your spine. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, left foot forward. Find your runner's lunge. Popping up onto the fingertips, just pause for a moment. Right leg strong and straight. Hips level. Heart reaching forward. And then as you breathe out, lift your hips and pulse to a pyramid. So both legs work towards straightening. You can run your hands up your front leg. Just find that comfortable, steady position for your body and extension through your spine. And fingertips to the floor, rebend your front knee coming into runner's lunge. Creep the fingertips off the top edge of your mat and spring to a standing half splits. So you're balancing on your left foot, right leg lifts. Try not to take the right leg up too high, trying to keep level and balanced across your hips. Toes point toward the floor. And then just slow transition, stepping your right foot forward to meet the left, bend the knees, and reach your arms into chair pose, Utkatasana. Try and avoid that duck tail through your low back by lengthening your spine down, tailbone down toward the floor, low belly hugs in and up. Reaching through your arms so your elbows feel straight. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold Uttanasana over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back through your Vinyasa, high to low push-up. Upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep, full breaths. Fixing your gaze, tuning in to the feeling tone of your breath. And we'll do one more round like that, and we'll add on. Bring your toes together at the back of your mat, right leg rising as you breathe in. Take your core lunge in the air as you breathe out, rocking forward. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. And as you breathe out, step your right foot forward to runner's lunge onto the fingertips here. Deep breath in, heart forward. As you breathe out, lift the hips, pyramid variation. Just here for a beat. Long exhale, bow in. Send the gaze forward, rebend your front knee and take your left knee to the floor, low lunge. Keep your back toes tucked. And when you're steady, reach your arms up alongside your ears. As you exhale, fingertips frame your front foot, left knee lifts, spring to your half splits, raising the left leg, and then stepping forward to your chair. Bend the knees, reach your arms as you breathe in, press your palms. And this time we'll take a twist and hold for 3 breaths, twisting to your left. Take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee, trying to keep your knees in line there. And then revolve to your left, straight line, elbow to elbow. And revolving your sternum toward your thumbs, left collarbone draws back, gaze out over the left shoulder. As you breathe in, we come back to chair pose, arms reach up, elbows straight. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward, long spine. Exhale, hands down, either Vinyasa here or step quietly back to downward facing dog, if you'd like to do less. You're taking your high to low push-up, back bend of your choice, and downward facing dog. Second side, toes step together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Slow core lunge in the air as you breathe out, rock forward, really pressing into your hands. Inhale, left leg up and back. And we'll flow left foot forward in between your hands, runner's lunge. Rising up onto the fingertips, breathe in, send your chest, heart forward. As you breathe out, lift your hips and work towards straightening your front leg. Rebend your front knee and take your right knee to the floor for your low lunge. Reaching your arms when you're steady, back toes are staying tucked there. And as you breathe out, fingertips to the floor, back to runner's lunge. And springing to your half splits, fingertips walk forward and you're going to float the right leg up. Stepping forward quietly into chair pose, toes come to touch, bend the knees, reach your arms, press your palms, and as you exhale, drop your buttocks and take a twist now to your right. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and just draw the left knee back so you keep your pelvis nice and neutral as you twist. Take full breaths into the ribs, upper back, twisting as you exhale. And fix your gaze to a nice steady point. Feel your breath. As you breathe in, return to center, bend the knees nice and deep, reach the arms, chair pose. Forward fold on your out-breath, let it go, maybe a sigh out of your mouth. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. And take a Vinyasa, high to low push-up. And upward dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Breathe smoothly in and out. Reset. Feel your fingers anchored. Invite your heels to stretch deep toward the floor. Front of the thighs engaged. Deep breath in, gaze forward. End of your exhale, bend the knees and either a light hop or a step to the top edge of your mat. Toes come together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Transitioning into chair pose, bend your knees, reach your arms. And bring the weight back in your heels, float the arms down to shoulder height. And we'll move into an eagle pose here, balancing on your right leg. Going to wrap the left leg over the top of your right leg. And you might like to tap your left toes to the floor on the outside of the right foot, or if you can, wrap the left leg around the back of your right calf. So you're hugging everything to the midline here. Arms wrapped too. So we've got our right arm on top and our left arm under. Wrapping the arms, pressing the palms, lifting your gaze to where your elbows cross, projecting your forearms forward. And see if you can keep an engagement through your abdominal core here to hold your balance. Sink down a little deeper into your eagle. Deep breath in, unravel your arms, take them out wide, and then unravel the legs, step the toes together, reach the arms back to chair. We're going to press all the way to stand, reach up tall, stretch your body out. As you breathe out, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Exhaling, fingertips down, step your right foot back. We're coming into spread leg forward fold. Walk a quarter turn around to your right. Take a really long, wide stride between your heels, angling your heels out, toes in. Fingertips underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, look up and come to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold between your wide legs. You can catch opposite elbows there if you're hovering above the floor. If your fingertips comfortably reach the floor, line them up with your big toes. And then building from the ground up, just making sure that your weight is evenly distributed from your heels to your toes. You feel firm and engaged through the leg muscles, front of the thighs. You can let your spine cascade down from your tailbone through the back of your neck, back of the skull, crown of the head. Releasing your hands to the floor, find your halfway lift here, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, walk back around to your left foot, face the top edge of your mat, and take a Vinyasa, stepping back, high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. No rush, upward dog or cobra, nice unhurried breath. And downward facing dog. We'll move straight over to the other side. Deep breath in, looking forward. End of your exhale, light hop or a step to the top edge of your mat. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Coming into your chair pose, bend your knees, deeply reach your arms. Sink the hips as you breathe out, lower the arms down to a T at shoulder height. Balance now on your left foot and take your time to wrap the right leg over the top of the left foot. Either touch the toes down to the floor or wrap your legs hugging to the midline of your body. And then just wrap your arms, opposite arm to your legs here. Taking your left arm on top, right arm under. And another alternative here is to catch opposite shoulders if you find pressing your palms quite tricky. And then sit your buttocks down a little deeper, weight into your heel. Draw your forearms forward, find that full stretch through your upper back. Not here for long. Hold your steady gaze. And then gently unravel the arms out wide, unwrap your legs. Come back to your chair pose as you breathe in. Stretch all the way to stand. And forward fold, dive over your legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left foot back now. Turn toward the long edge of your mat to your left. Heels in now, toes angle out. So you've got 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock with your feet. Nice deep bend in the knees. And walk your forearms up onto the top of your thighs there. So your palms can face up. Your torso's tipping forward. And if it feels good, just a little rock side to side. Transferring your weight left to right. Encouraging your inner thighs to actively stretch toward your knees, knees pointing out toward your toes. You can stay here or go a little deeper. Hands can come to your ankles. Outer elbows can press into your inner knees to encourage a little bit more opening through the inner thighs. And then keeping the knees bent, gently rise through the torso. So you come upright, knees stay bent, arms out wide. And we'll just take a flow, reach out fingertip to fingertip. And as you breathe out, take your left arm over to the right, right arm over to the left. Arms out wide into a T, breathe in. And flow to the other side, right arm across your body, left arm overhead. We'll just do that once more. Arms out wide, breathe in. Stay low in the hips. Exhale over to your left. Arms out wide, nice flowing, graceful movement. Lunge a little deeper in your legs. Left arm overhead. Back to center, arms out wide, breathe in. Arms overhead, straighten the legs, push into your feet. Exhale, fold over your legs. So you're coming down actually in between your legs. Hands can come to the floor. Straightening through your legs, take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, turn to face your front foot and step back through a vinyasa. Taking your high to low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. As you breathe out, drop the knees to the floor. Take your knees a little wider than your hips, buttocks to the heels. And rest yourself in child's pose, balasana. You can either let the forearms rest down here or take your hands back by your feet. If it's possible, rest your forehead into the mat. Close the eyes. And feel your breath travel and touch the back of your body, your belly soften. And gently peeling up. Go ahead, bring your feet around in front of you so you are sitting with your legs long in front of you. And from here, we are going to walk the fingertips forward on either side of our legs, above your knees, and press your fingertips into the floor. Sit as tall as you can, so you're almost forward tilting through the torso. And then engage your legs by pointing both toes and see if you can raise the right leg up, couple of inches from the floor. Point out to the edge of your toes. And exhale, lower your right leg down. We'll switch sides, pushing into your fingertips, your sit bones. Engage the left leg and lift. And lower. And either do one more each side or push into your fingertips and challenge yourself to raise both legs up off the floor, even if it's only a couple of inches. This one's challenging. And exhale, release. From here, we're going to bend the right knee and take your right foot to point behind you in half Virasana or half hero pose. If your knees don't like deep flexion, please feel free to take the knee out to the right and the right foot to the inner upper thigh. And if you are in half hero pose, nice quad stretch, you can start to walk your hands back, lean back either into your hands, your forearms, or if you have that flexibility, lay all the way down onto your back. And if you are taking that option, make sure that you extend your tailbone toward your left heel, staying comfortable in the low back. There's no need to overdo it. Just releasing, stretching out through the top of our thighs. And if you have your right knee out to the side, just a gentle forward fold over your left leg. Just folding forward, keeping your left toes flexed. Back of the left leg pressing into the mat. We're releasing here, coming back upright, and extend your right leg out and take an option on your left side, either half hero or the shape of seated tree pose, left knee out to the side. So you're either folding forward or you're laying back. Just as you move, move mindfully. Taking care of your low back, trying to keep the hips reasonably level. And keeping an integrity in your shape. So just going to your honest edge or staying within your edge so you can breathe comfortably. And releasing. Unravel, coming back upright, extending both legs out straight in front of you, flexing your toes. If you're tighter through the back of the legs, keep your feet about hip width apart here, toes flexed, otherwise big toes touch. We'll take our forward fold, arms reach up overhead alongside your ears. And as you exhale, easy forward fold over the legs. So bow in here, trying to avoid any pulling on your low back. Keep your legs active, navel drawing back toward your spine. And encourage a feeling of length through the front and back of your spine as you fold. Take 2 smooth breaths in and out. And then slowly, slowly peel up. And we're at that 30-minute increment here. If you'd like to and you have a few more minutes, I'd encourage you to lay back in Shavasana, laying down on your back, or sitting upright in seated meditation for the last few minutes of your practice, so you can just integrate all the benefits of your practice. And just notice how you feel at the end of your practice. If you're laying back, taking that starfish shape through your body, your palms face up, your feet can fall out to the sides. Adjusting your spine so you're in one straight line. Your spine is just following its natural curvature. If you're sitting upright, sit comfortably tall, without being too rigid. And wherever you're at, close your eyes. Allow your breath to find its natural, spontaneous rhythm. And settle in. hope you've enjoyed this brisk flow, perhaps to start your morning or end your day. Thanks so much for practicing with me. Namaste.